Wow, there you go. Recording in progress. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this first Zoom meeting, which is the first, or will be the first part of this journey together in 2025. We haven't actually started 2025 yet for anybody watching this on repeat. But by the time you watch it, you might be in 2025. So there we go. So the whole thought process, just let me explain that first, um, was I thought to myself, wouldn't it be great if I just showed people everything that I do? And then as part of this community, maybe other people could do the same thing, shared things that they actually do. And I know it sounds a bit like giving all of your ideas away, and in a way it is. But but you know what? Maybe that's the way forward in life. Maybe we just share the skills that we've got, show people how to do it, then they can go and do it. And, if people see the value of that, then maybe we just continue to support each other and then we make a living that way. And maybe that's a better way of life. So there we go. Today, I'm going to be talking about how I use ChatGPT in order to do research for clients' posts where they're a little bit more industry specific. It's not just an emotive post. It's not just a post where someone's talking about, what they did at the weekend or some aspect of their personality or just their personal story, which I might know really, really well. But where they've got to show thought leadership, maybe within a particular sector. And I cannot be an expert in absolutely everything. In fact, even they can't be an expert necessarily in every aspect of their industry. And this is one of the areas where I feel AI is brilliant because ultimately it can do a lot of reading for us really quickly. But where it's better is if we start to do the research first. So don't necessarily rely on the AI search engine for finding the best content. Kind of maybe use some of your favorite search engines for that, or if you know of periodicals or journals which are great for that industry anyway, use those first. So that's top tip number one. It's always kind of use what you already know from the industry. And if you've got a client or you're doing this for yourself, if you know that there are certain things that people read all the time and they say, yeah, the information that's really, really good, then get those down, put them into a little notepadded list, and then use those. So anyway, I'm going to share screen. I'm going to go through the work as if I was doing it, because I will be doing it, and we can all learn together. So I'm going to share my desktop. Do do do. There we are. There is my desktop. As you can see, got quite a lot of programs open at the moment. Hopefully, it won't crash the system. There we go. Let's just put this away for a minute. Right. Okay. Yes, please be horrified by the amount of tabs that I've got open on the top of my screen. That is the way that my mind works. I do occasionally close that down to free up some RAM because otherwise there is a tendency for all of this to crash. But hey, hey, let's let's work with it as we go. In fact, maybe I will do that just now. Let's just close down some of these tabs because I don't need all of these open. And then this will speed up the process a little bit, which would be good. All right, hopefully that will happen in a minute or two. So the first thing I'm going to do or explain here today is that this particular piece of work is for a client who are based in the recruitment industry, and they have several specialisms. One of their specialisms I've just been writing about, which is construction. Another one is hospitality, and that's the one that I'm about to do the work for. So I do know that there's some great hospitality-based trade periodicals which I tend to use on a regular basis, but I'm going to pretend that I don't know any of those. So one of the first things I would do, well, you're looking at a screen of Marianne's post ready to go there. Yeah, that's nice. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start looking for great hospitality news relevant to this particular time and in the UK. I don't want this to be global because the client is based in the UK. So I'm going to say relevant stories in hospitality. Can't type at the moment. Hospitality industry, right, in the UK at the end of 2024. So be very specific with your searches. So what have I got here? 2024 in review. What happened in UK hospitality? Now, is that what I want? Do I want a review here, or do I want, because we're going forward with this more to be about 2025? So heading into 2025. There we go. Okay. What's in, what's out for 2025? Travel mega trends. That's not particularly interesting. Hospitality industry in survival mode after budget low. So we've got two kind of stories here. We'll see what uh, time scales are on this. Obviously, some things you have to subscribe to in order to read on. But this is old news, so we don't want this. This sounds good though. Hotel forecast 2024-2025 by PwC. That's good. Let's go with that because that is Price Waterhouse. Obviously, know their staff. Growing demand. Growing demand buoyed by inbound tourism. The outlook for UK hotel market demand in 2025 appears to suggest a positive picture. Okay, so that's quite useful. And of course, what I'm looking for as well here is I'm looking for stories that may have an impact upon recruitment as well. So this could be a good source, I feel. So what I do is I collect that source by collecting the URL. I copy that and I'm going to paste it into my favorite little, if I can get down to it, notepad. I have a little notepad area here. And what I do is I just collect these up at this moment in time. Okie dokie. Right, let's go back to my stories again. 2025 hotel predictions. Yeah, that's good. The Caterer is a reliable source for me as well. I use this one quite a lot. It's read by an awful lot of people within the trade. It's got a reasonable subscription price as well, $4.99 a month. If people want to subscribe to it. But I'm going to just use this anyway because ChatGPT will actually be able to get behind the story on this. despite the fact I haven't actually got the subscription myself. So there we go. I'm going to take that one. That's all good. Hotel Magazine, again, a useful one, as is UK Hospitality. Ah, the out of home food and drink trends shaping 2025. Written in November, but still useful. So I'm looking to see whether the information is contemporaneous. So is it of the moment? Um, is it giving if is it giving trends? Will there be any figures in that as well? Because within thought leadership, you are trying to look as though you actually know what you're talking about. So you do want some up to date kind of figures in there as well. Everybody likes to lead off with some kind of statistic. And yeah, Room Raccoon. That looks 11 hospitality trends in 2025. Cloud hotel management. Well, that could actually be quite interesting. Now, in a minute, what I'm going to show you is how I combine actually all of these different ones together. Mm. And I try and do all of the work at once, right? And then what I'll do is expand on all of the work as I go. So there we go. I've got that one in there. Uh, uh, let's do this. Yep, this looks like a good one. It's actually written this. Lucas Payne. One of the things you can always do as well, if you want to make sure that the source is reliable, is do what I'm about to do, which is that, as you can see here, we've got a LinkedIn thing for this guy. Actually, that's for hotel.com. But if we go back to here, Lucas Payne, oh, we have a link for him there. Okay, we can see what kind of stuff he's written before. And obviously, this guy's well versed. He hasn't just come out of he's sackcloth today and started writing about the hotel industry. He actually knows what he's talking about. Okay, so that's good. That gives us a grounding that this guy knows what he's doing. Okay, I think we've got enough to start with. I'm now going to show you what we can do with all of this lovely stuff. So, okay, we're going to go into our lovely chat GPT. Here we are. We're sat at a prompt. Whee! Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set the tone for all of this. Okay. So I'm going to tell ChatGPT that I'm looking for write six, and that's how many I need. Six LinkedIn posts uh, about key areas of interest to. So I'm telling it exactly who the market is to business owners in the hospitality industry based on these predictive articles from the sector. Each of the posts must cover in some depth the one area of interest stroke pain point, and for every post. Now you see how I'm really kind of developing the setup of this rather than just go, oh, write me a post about this. Uh, for every post, make part of the solution. Not necessarily all of the solution, because otherwise that seems a bit too salesy. Part of the solution, the need to invest in partnering. And I use the word partnering rather than buying from, because that will then suggest the narrative and the way that the post is written. And of course, we're trying to build, in every sense of the word, we're trying to build community. So it's, you want to use terminology that talks about coming together to solve problems, as opposed to I've got the solution, I'm going to sell it to you. Right? Nobody likes that kind of terminology in this day and age. By the way, spelling and grammar and all of that in your prompts is completely irrelevant, right? But the one thing I'm going to add in here, and you'll get used to me telling you this as well, is I'm going to put after post in UK English. That just means we get rid of the Americanisms. All right. We can also, if there's keywords that you hate from ChatGPT, we can also tell it to remove those before we even start. Don't use common ChatGPT terms like flourish, thrive. I can't think of any more at the minute that I don't want. Partnering. So I'm going back to here. Make every post, make part of the solution, need to invest in partnering with DCT recruitment, who are voicing the post and provide uh, recruitment solutions for the hospitality industry. So I hope you can see in there, I've really stacked quite a lot of prompts together, right? I haven't just literally gone in there. I've actually done it all in one prompt, but I'm stacking them up in this initial prompt. And then what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to say, based on these predictive articles from the sector. So I'm going to put bracket in at this point here, and that's where I'm going to copy and paste my paste. Boom. It's just got rid of the word each there. Now I'm also going to do something else in here to really help with the tone of this. So I have taken a post that was written by my client, not by me, but by my client themselves. And I've copied that so that I can, and I've got, here's one I did earlier. I've got that up here so that I can actually use that a little bit. Or have I? No, maybe I haven't. Right, I shall add that in. If I've got a post by my client, I can add that one in as well, so that that then gives me the tone of the client as well. All right, so that's what I'm going to do for a minute. Okay. I'm going to do. You just bear with me a second. Right, so I have my client's post that I'm going to use. So I'm going to go back into here and I am going to use this within this prompt as well. Use this example of the client's writing to get the overall tone of the posts. And I shall paste that in and then press return. So we've got quite a lot of information in there. What we've done is we've gone away, we've gathered together information from various sources. We've told it exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for 6 posts, each on a different topic, within key using those sources that we gathered together from within the hospitality sector. And we're also telling them that we're trying to segue in recruitment as a solution, and we want it in the sort of tone or voice of the person that I'm writing of. And there we go. So we've got 6 posts, and if we read it, we can get a good idea of where we're going with this. First one there, sustainability is no longer optional, it's essential. Where do I start? And I wouldn't necessarily use that title. Sustainability has gone from a nice to have to a must have in the hospitality industry, and for good reason. Guests are now actively seeking eco friendly options, and businesses that fail to adapt risk losing out on competitors who are prioritising green initiatives. Now, what I would do next is I would copy and paste those in. And as I copy and paste those in, I would start to rewrite those as well. So I'm going to do one of these just to give you an idea. In fact, I'm going to go with the second one. Personalization is the new standard for guest experiences. Only reason being is I've written about sustainability in the construction industry. I don't want to kind of over egg that particularly, whereas this is something a little bit different. So I'm going to push this into my writing area now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as I put this in, going to then write around this. Okay, so here's my schedule. Okay, so I'm going to pop it in here, new post, and let's paste it in. Gone are the days when one size fits all worked in hospitality. I mean, that's a really good start. Today, guests expect personalised experiences that go beyond a warm smile at check-in. We can make that feel more like we're pulling people into it by saying, when you turn up at a hotel or restaurant, You expect person a you expect a personalized experience that goes beyond a warm smile at check-in. So I'm trying to make it about the audience straight away, even though the audience is potentially an owner of a hospitality thing. I'm trying to make it about the wider audience as well, because that way you'll get more viewers onto it. I know I've, or you know, you feel like you have had experience you deserve if you have tailored dining options, customized room setups, or even hyper personalized digital communications. Creating a personalized guest journey requires staff who not only have the right technical skills, but also the emotional intelligence to deliver exceptional service. See, it's great. This is where we step in. We know it's DCT recruitment because it's on there. It's going to be on their account. We understand the unique demands of the hospitality industry and help you find staff who excel in both customer service and innovation, from guest facing roles to tech savvy professionals who can integrate personalized solutions into your business. And what we can do here as well, I've got Grammarly on here as well, which is great because it can rephrase stuff really well. I'm going to actually rephrase this. I'm going to accept that, but I'm going to change that because that's gone back to American. Crafting a personalized guest experience demands team members with both the right technical abilities and the emotional insight to provide outstanding service. That's good. From guest facing roles to tech savvy professionals can integrate professional personalized solutions into your business. I don't like the term "we've got you covered." That sounds very silly. I'm just going to say, make that more open and say, talk. I don't know why it's doing that. Talk. We are to us about the people who you need to make your business work. Let's chat if you're struggling to find the right people to deliver the personalized experience your guests are asking for. It's time to give your customers more than they expect. Yeah, I can just get rid of that. Don't need that. Uh, accept that. Yeah. And I will accept that. Just making it smoother. There we go. Gone are the days when one size fits all worked in hospitality. So we've got a nice little post there. It's based on personalized experience, right? So we're gonna whiz up a graphic for this at the same time as well. I'm going to use a slightly different template from this for this. So I'm using Canva to create a template here. I'm going to put the logo back in. In a different one of these, I will cover loads of stuff in Canva as well. All right. But you'll see I always use brand kits in Canva, and I'll explain more about that in different videos as we go along, especially if anyone wants me to make up a brand kit for them. I'll happily do that as part of one of these videos. So I'm looking for elements in here. I'm looking for hospitality, and I'm looking for personalize. See if there's any photos that match with that. Do. Well, let's just have a look at the hospitality ones in general and see what we've got. Hospitality. Uh, that's a nice photo. Um, personal service, hospitality. Let's try that as a search. Obviously, I'm just using what's available in Canva here. I quite like this chef one here. This is quite nice. So let's what we're going to do is we're going to create a photo area like this. We're trying to create some slightly different boxing. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some lines on here in order to break up the screen a little bit. Give it accents of color. Line weight, a little bit more. That's it. Line color. Go back to my color palette that I've got. Copy that, edit, paste. This one I'm going to take to the side like this. I'm going to put this as one line. I'm going to do personalized service. I'm just trying to balance out this at the moment. See if we can make it. Now, do we? Maybe I'll just put it central, actually. Yeah, looks nicer, centralized, personalized service. Okay. Sometimes you just try playing with things and they just don't look right any other way. So you just go back to it. There we go. So now I can add that to this. And there's my picture. And the only thing that I haven't got for here are hashtags. Hashtag that I always use for this particular client is this one, delivering careers together, which is their main hashtag. We're going to put hospitality. We're going to put personalized service. Um, hotels, staffing, they are. If I wanted more, the other thing I could do is I could use I could use ChatGPT to give me some hashtags for this as well. I'll show you this quickly. If I go into here, I could say, provide me with hashtags for this post in a format that allows me to copy them for cut and paste. And you'll see why I've done that when it comes up with it. If you don't put that last bit in there, the format that allows you to cut and paste, it will do them as a list. And then when you try and paste them, you'll have to try and respace them. But you can literally then do this, and then you can pop them in here like this. Okay. Remember, for LinkedIn, you only want 4 hashtags, but for other things like Instagram, etc., you might want more. So if you are using a scheduler like this, then what you might want to do is you might want to just save that as that, and I'll save that, and then I'll go back in to the scheduler. There's my post. If it's taking a little bit of time to happen on the screen, it's because we're in Zoom. There we go. So when I paste repost that or edit that again or duplicate it, and now I pick the other 2 formats, I can add in my additional there, and I can schedule those. And that's it. Hope you've enjoyed this session. I'm not making these tidy. They're rough around the edges, but you can pop into these anytime. You can find them and you can watch and enjoy. So hope that's helpful. I will see you all again soon. And yeah, bye for now.